Welcome back. In the days following the storm, many community members are now offering a hand of support to those still in need. Kevin Fry joins us live at Bayside Community Church in East Bradenton. And Kevin, that's a really impressive operation they have going there.
It's a really extensive operation indeed, and things are actually kind of finally winding down now, but it has been a long day for these volunteers, the folks here at Bayside, ensuring that if someone is in need of help, they get what they need. Now, dozens of volunteers made quick work stuffing bags and supplies today, non-perishable food items, diapers, baby food, and more. People in need of help lined up in their cars to receive those items, many of them without power and just waiting to get back to normal. Now, it's not just a local effort, though. Volunteers also sent full pallets of food and water to nearby areas hit the hardest places like Fort Myers, Arcadia, and Hardy County.
I think it's helped us more than helping them. I don't know. It's just, we just feel the love for everybody in the family. We just love them and we just want to help them and do what we can. We're just glad they're safe.
It's just this beautiful partnership of really the body of Christ being able to meet the needs all across the community.
Donations through 7. Now, it's not just here that they're doing donations. Over the past week, the church has also dispatched about 900 volunteers to neighborhoods, cleaning up fallen trees and other debris, clearing lawns, all in hopes of providing a little bit of relief to this whole community after this storm. Now, if you are able to donate, have something that you can give to this effort, they're accepting donations through 7 this evening and also throughout the day tomorrow. And they also say that if you do need some help, you can stop by throughout the day tomorrow. They'll continue to distribute goods if you yourself are still suffering after Irma. So a very comprehensive effort here at Bayside. We're going to send it back to you in studio for now, though. I'm Kevin Fry for ABC 7 News. Guys.
All right, Kevin, thank you so much. Well, so what did we learn from Hurricane Irma? For a lot of people, it was the first time they've ever truly felt scared about getting hurt or losing our homes to a natural disaster. We talked to a variety of people across the Suncoast, and almost all said Irma changed them forever.
I know, I just was watching it. I didn't think it was really going to come here. I feel like Sarasota is blessed. I didn't panic, and then all of a sudden, a day before, I'm like, I guess I better start panicking too.
We're going to have state, county, and city leaders in our studio and talk about what has worked in pre- and post-Irma and what has not worked. It happens on ABC 7 News at 7 later this evening. Those people who still don't have electricity are reaching the breaking point, no doubt, tired of living without the things we normally take for granted. That's why comfort centers are opening up around the county. ABC 7's Linda Carson has more.
The Robert L. Taylor Comfort Center is open today 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 8-year-old twins Kennedy and Avery Cole arrived early. They've discovered life without electricity.
It's hard. I mean, you'll never want to do it again.
He does feel lucky.
We did pretty fine, even though we have 10 trees down on our property and a broken pool cage. Everybody survived.
But the boys are really happy to be here.
You can actually just relax, get away from all the weather that's happening. You can do anything that you want here, but not smoking.
They say this is a scary thing.
What Floridians fear most? 2% fire ants, 2% snakes. But the biggest one is no air conditioning. It's very hard for Floridians.
That's why the Red Cross and Sarasota County opened these comfort centers. There's one at Unity of Sarasota and at Temple Sinai.
The comfort station was set up so that people who don't have power or air can come here and stay for the day. I had someone here yesterday who has a web company, and she was able to work here and service her clients and have a little snack and at least just have some, place to go and feel a little comfortable and not so stressed out.
We have drinks and we have nice air conditioning. We have power so people can load up their iPhones and their tablets and their computers, and then we have snacks that were provided by the Red Cross.
The Cantor says a cool place to rest and charge your cell phone may not sound like much, but it's a small step toward making this a better world.
The whole idea behind what we do is what we call tikkun olam, the idea of trying to fix the broken parts of the world one little piece at a time.
Each comfort station closes at a different time today, so be sure and check it out on our website before you go. Robert L. Taylor is open the longest. They close at 8 p.m. tonight. Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Linda, great idea for those folks who are still without the power and need a place to cool off. And it was hot today. That's certainly the case. Let's get more from Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Bob.
You know, I heard the comment there that everyone was kind of scared. We were all scared. I think a Category 4 hurricane does so much more damage. And we dealt with a Category 2 in mainly our interior counties. We never had Hurricane 4 sustained winds in Manatee and Sarasota County. Certainly we had gusts as high as Hurricane 4's Category 1 and Category 2. But all in all, if that storm would have stayed out here in the Gulf of Mexico and slammed us as a Category 4, the damage would have been incredible. I'm going to show you a graphic on that coming up at 6 o'clock. Now, as far as the rivers go, they continue to be over their bank full, and looks like that will stay with us at least through the next couple of days as a result of the flooding going on now in Peace River, Horse Creek, and also the Myakka River at the Myakka State Park. Manatee, nothing going on there right now as far as flooding goes, but we have some rain there taking place. A little trough axis left behind from Irma continues in the Gulf of Mexico. These showers and storms, we'll have to watch them closely, and right now not a big deal as far as them developing into anything, so no concerns there. But we do have some showers developing along the interstate, right along the interstate in Manatee County, from just up north from Hillsborough southward now down to I-75, State Road 64, right there near Terra, State Road 70, getting some rainfall here. This is kind of working in that direction. It has generated some lightning strikes occasionally, but not a lot. You can see an outflow boundary. It's right there. The outflow boundary is right there. It continues to head off to the southeast. And along that boundary, we're starting to see showers and storms develop. So would not be surprised to see more developing here in Sarasota County. And then we have a few in the eastern portions of Sarasota County at this hour, but not a lot of widespread rain near the coast. It's quiet there. 86 sunny, and the heat index way too hot at 100 degrees. More in the forecast in just a few minutes. Scott?
Okay, Bob, thank you. The British island of Tortola took a direct hit from Hurricane Irma, and cleanup efforts are well underway there, but it will be a very long process. Paulo Sandoval shows us how people there are not giving up.
On Tortola's east end, there was no hiding from Hurricane Irma's wrath.
The roof gone.
The eye of the deadly storm swept across the largest of the British Virgin Islands just over a week ago. Wicked winds consumed this once lush countryside. As Robinson Guzman describes it, it's as if a bomb went off in the middle of this Caribbean paradise.
If I look around, it's a different island. It's like a fire finished with the island. We lose the island. That's really terrible.
This is the reality for the island of Tortola and its residents. Irma destroyed infrastructure. Critical supplies like food, water, and fuel are limited.
We need international help because the island destroyed completely.
The damage only seems to worsen as we drive down the winding hillside roads into the island's capital. Crippled communications are sending residents to phone and internet businesses. Their only hope of connecting with the outside world, picking up a Wi-Fi signal. Not far from here, we found one of Guzman's neighbors facing a challenge of her own.
Need prayers, pray for us.
Shamika Stevens waited hours with her son for medicine at a local hospital.
I don't know. I can't talk anymore because it's so devastating. I've never seen my country like this.
Back at Stevens' Eastside community, neighbors seem to be coming together.
We got to stay here to help the island stand up. We got to rebuild it and make it again.
Amid the rubble, there are signs of resilience and rebuilding. Though these islanders have a long way to go, they are already on the path toward restoring their paradise. Paulo Sandoval on the British Virgin Island of Tortola.
Well, after back-to-back major hurricanes, the American Red Cross has received a huge outpouring of financial support. Combined donations to the Red Cross for Hurricanes Harvey and Irma have topped $300 million. But even as the money pours in, critics at major news outlets and on social media are advising donors to direct their gifts elsewhere. Some of that criticism is a result of the aftermath of other major disasters over the past 16 years. After the 2001 terror attacks, the Red Cross irked many donors by earmarking some of 9/11 gifts for unrelated purposes. Irma not only damaged homes and other structures, but the storm also damaging Florida's citrus industry. Senators Bill Nelson and Marco Rubio touring an orange grove in Lake Wales yesterday to get a first-hand look at the damage. The main problem is fruit knocked to the ground from the winds. Some counties are reporting losing 75% of the early crop.
This is everywhere. And in the images that we're seeing out there, obviously terrible losses in the Keys and the flooding in Jacksonville. Let's not forget about agriculture, the cornerstone of our economy. And some of these folks are already struggling with greening. They're going to need a lot of help, but we're going to lose the citrus industry in Florida. We can't let that happen.
Both senators promised to work to get federal disaster aid for Florida's citrus industry. Today, 3 teams with the U.S. Coast Guard are assessing the damage to ports and waterways in the Florida Keys. The teams deployed from Orlando and are now checking out Key West, Marathon, and Islamorada. They are looking at what communications towers need to be repaired, seeing if there's any marine pollution and debris or anything else that could keep them from reopening the ports and waterways to boat traffic. So more supplies can then be shipped to that area, much needed supplies. Even though the Keys were left devastated by the hurricane, some people are still trying to find some time to relax. This is a picture of swimmers cooling off in the water right next to wrecked boats and houses. FEMA says 90% of the homes in the Keys are damaged or destroyed, but residents are trying to slowly return to that area to see what's left. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, Irma interruption. The storm has left many with still no cell service, cable, or internet. Now a senator is putting out a call to providers to offer rebates for those impacted.
When you want to get away from it all, to a place where you can do everything, or nothing at all, surrounded by natural beauty and all the modern amenities you might desire, then you'll want to be here at the Wanna-Be Inn on the beautiful shores of Manasota Key, Florida. To plan your escape, log on to wannabeinn.com.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
If you're thinking about replacing your windows, what matters most to you? We found what matters is high performance. Our customers want energy-efficient windows built for Florida weather. Windows that can stand everything from scorching sun to hurricanes. Our customers want windows that reflect their life, their lifestyle. Windows that will last a lifetime. We listen to our customers, and as a result, we're growing. So if you're looking to replace your windows, stop here at New South Window.
Buy more, save more. Volume discounts on 4 or more windows.
What if you had a medical emergency away from home?
My chest hurts. I can't breathe.
What you need is Mobile Help, America's premier mobile medical alert system. Most systems only work at home, but with Mobile Help, you get help outside the home with coverage nationwide on one of the largest cellular networks at the press of a button. Call the number on your screen for a free full-color brochure. We'll send you everything you need, including this base station, the patented mobile device, and the waterproof pendant and wrist button. You can also add the fall button that automatically detects falls and signals help. Call today and receive a risk-free 30-day trial. There is no equipment to buy and no long-term contract. For a limited time, you will also receive a free emergency key box with your plan purchase. Remember, Mobile Help keeps you safe coast to coast.
Call 1-800-916-8638. That's 1-800-916-8638.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
The ABC7 First Alert Hurricane Guide arms you with vital information to protect your family and property when severe weather threatens the Suncoast, including how to create your readiness plan and survival kit. Visit mysuncoast.com and download yours today.
Are you taking enough or any movement breaks during the day? No matter how much you exercise, sitting for long periods of time is not good for your health. Kim Hutcherson has more on the dangers of sitting.
The American Heart Association encourages everyone to sit less and move more, but that recommendation might be too simplistic. A new study published in the Annals of Internal Medicine points to a relationship between how much you sit and your risk of an early death. Researchers used hip-mounted accelerometers to measure sedentary time for nearly 8,000 adults over 45. During the 4-year study, the team examined the difference between participants' total daily sitting time and their bout duration, or how long they sat in one sitting. Their findings suggest individuals who move around every half hour have a 55% lower risk of death than those who don't. But individuals who sat more than 13 hours a day had a 200% greater risk of death than those who sat fewer than 11 hours a day. Researchers say the underlying health impacts of a sedentary lifestyle are unclear, but moving around is key to good health. If you find yourself sitting for more than 30 minutes at a time, take 5 minutes for a movement break and stretch your legs. For today's Health Minute, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Standing's a good thing. It looks like Anna Maria webcam is showing we have a nice day out there looking out over Bimini Bay, and you can see some high clouds every once in a while moving in. Appreciate that camera shot from Ed Goff out there, and just got that back online. Power was out due to the strong winds from Irma. Well, you can see a lot of rainfall out here. Typically these things leave behind a little trough axis, and that's what we're seeing right now. And there's no real indication that this is going to intensify. We'll keep an eye on it Friday. Our rain chance at 50%. There's too much shear for it to develop anything tropical at this point, and there's a lot of dry air to the west of it. So that's not a big issue in terms of tropical development. You know, got to keep an eye on it. Remember Emily a couple of months ago, it popped up real quick. Well, here's a look at a few isolated cells developing. This one's been working southward as the outflow boundary continues to move off to the southeast right now. Not much going on near the coast, so cleanup efforts continue within little or no rainfall around. I had a few brief sprinkles on me when I was fixing the fence, but down south that shower activity continues to head in that general direction, at least build that way, while the storms are moving to the northeast. The actual storms are building to the south. I saw one lightning strike right there in the last frame near State Road 64. Again, that's near, looks like Waterleaf and also Heritage Harbor. Well, the low pressure is right there. You see it spinning quite clearly. A lot of dry air still around. But that one pocket right there in the eastern Gulf of Mexico continues to generate showers and storms. But at this point, it doesn't appear there's going to be a big rainmaker, and that's good news for the rivers and streams around town. And the eastern Gulf of Mexico is fairly active. We got one bad frame in there. That's why you see that flash. We'll try to get that out of there for 6. And 79, it's going to be warm tonight. Again, 79. Typically when the storms move through, they cool things down in the low 70s this time of year. Some areas may see that, but generally, we're going to see upper 70s by 11 o'clock. Currently, it's sunny and hot, 86. The temperature isn't, but the feels like is 100 degrees. And winds are out of the west at 8. The pressure is at 2992. The high today was 88, just 1 degree shy of the average of 89. 74 was right at it. That's where we're typically at, 74 degrees. And 95, the record set back in 1995. No rainfall officially at the Venice Airport. However, we had 7,200s at the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport. And a monthly total now 8.61 inches. Look at that, well above average, over 4.5 inches for this month alone. And for the year, we're at 15.71 inches above average. And we started this season off, this year I should say, January and February and March, about 15 inches below average. Well, the forecast is calling for highs in the upper 80s tomorrow. A good chance, a little bit better chance, I think, for showers and storms to develop late in the day and into the evening hours. We'll keep an eye on that for you. But this is Jose out there in the tropics. You know, we still have to look for this. I know people don't even want to see the tropics anymore, but we got to keep an eye on them. There's some strong shear still going on with this one. It may relax somewhat. This could bounce back to a hurricane within the next 24 hours. And it doesn't appear it's going to have an impact on Florida. The Northeast, not out of the mix yet, but at the present time, it doesn't appear that it will go into the Northeast. It's expected to make that turn around the periphery of a high pressure ridge, the Bermuda high that is, and then head off to the Northeast as a Category 1 hurricane. Well, elsewhere in the tropics, the Caribbean checks clear right now, but this is a tropical wave. We're still looking at the Cape Verde storms and long-range models, and we know how those behave. Moving this off to the west and eventually developing in about 5 days from now. So one to watch later on midweek next week. For boaters tomorrow, winds will be rather light out there. We're looking for seas to be running less than 2 feet and a light chop. And it looks as though water temperature really popping up there. 89 degrees. It was down to 83 on Monday. And the UV index will be at 10. Tides upcoming 11:01 for high tide. Another one at 8:21 tomorrow morning. Sunset will be at 7:36. 20% chance for isolated showers, 77 for your low. And the extended forecast calling for a good chance for scattered storms, mainly in the afternoon on Friday. The weekend looks good, though. Just a slight chance on Saturday. High temperatures in the upper 80s. Scott?
Okay, Bob, thank you. Let's get a check on first alert traffic for the drive home. Things look to be running smoothly in Manatee County. There's no reported crashes at this time. In Sarasota County, good news. All traffic signals are reportedly back up and running. County just putting that information out so you don't have to worry about stopping at those lights that are not working. That's great news. Roadways also running smoothly at this hour. For those of you who are still having trouble getting around, Sarasota County Area Transit is back in full service today. SCAT service was temporarily shut down because of the storm. You can find the route schedule on the county's website, scgov.net. U.S. Senator Bill Nelson of Florida is trying to get more help for Hurricane Irma victims. Nelson is asking the nation's largest cable, telephone, and internet providers to give rebates to Irma victims for service interruptions. Democratic senator is also asking them for a 60-day moratorium on late fees and other penalties. Well, if you froze your credit after the Equifax data breach, you may end up with another hassle. Equifax recently announced that 143 million Americans had their personal data hacked and encouraged customers to put in place a credit freeze. That prevents your credit card or credit from being stolen, but it could also mean delays and more fees for those who want to make big purchases, including the new iPhone, which can cost more than $1,000. You can unfreeze your credit before a big purchase and then freeze it again afterward. But how long it will take varies state by state. Stay with us. Entertainment news is next.
It's Lincoln's summer sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKX Sport Utility for $349 per month, or Lincoln's flagship, the 2017 Continental, for $449 per month. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Lincolns. These vehicles have warranties up to 100,000 miles and come with complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Sun Coast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Are you currently on Medicare? In other words, do you carry the red, white, and blue Medicare card? If so, are you suffering from chronic back pain? If you answered yes, you may be eligible for a pain-relieving back brace covered by Medicare at little to no cost, shipped directly to your home for free. These medical-grade back braces are ideal for lower back pain, arthritis, spinal disorders, and other chronic back problems. Our accredited staff will handle all of the Medicare paperwork for free, and best of all, your brace is shipped directly to your home for free. Don't let chronic lower back pain slow you down. Get moving and stay active with a medical-grade back brace covered by Medicare at little to no cost. We also accept Blue Cross Blue Shield, United Healthcare, Aetna, Humana, and other insurance. Will you qualify for a medical-grade back brace covered by Medicare? Find out for free.
Call Back Brace America at 1-800-715-0835. That's 1-800-715-0835, 1-800-715-0835.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Selena Gomez sharing the news that she had a kidney transplant over the summer. 25-year-old posting a photo on Instagram of her and her best friend in the hospital together. Gomez said her friend Francia Reza gave her the ultimate gift and sacrifice by donating her kidney to her. The singer says her lupus is behind her failing kidneys and said she wanted fans to know why she has not been out promoting her album more. Stars of the Grand Ole Opry plan to honor country singer Troy Gentry, a member of the popular country duo Montgomery Gentry, who died in a helicopter crash. The memorial at the Opry House is open to the public. Gentry and the pilot of that chopper died Friday in New Jersey after the pilot reported engine problems shortly after takeoff. Gentry and duo partner Eddie Montgomery were inducted into the Opry in 2009 after a string of #1 hits on the country charts and platinum albums. Maroon 5 frontman Adam Levine is going to be a dad again. His wife, Victoria's Secret supermodel Bahati Prinsloo, announced the news on Instagram with a photo. He showed off her baby bump and was captioned "Round 2." The couple's daughter, Dusty Rose, will turn 1 later this month. Levine is also a star coach on The Voice and is touring with Maroon 5. He previously said he'd like to have 100 kids, or maybe just 17. We'll see what his wife says about that. And we'll be right back with more news. Stay with us.
I heard about the Detoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Detoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Detoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.